Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and I'm going to try to narrate this week's plan with me. This is the March spread that I recently added to my shop. This is last week's spread. Just giving you a recap. And now we're going to get started with this week. I'm just measuring the right-hand side of the layout where the tip-in or the fold-out will be. So I'm cutting the paper down to 8.5, so it'll be 8.5 by 8.5. And I'm just using a Dollar Tree blade and a metal ruler to do that. Then this other sheet I will just cut in half at 5.5 inches. But I just fold it and find the center and just cut it that way. Since it's a grid paper, it's kind of easy to do it that way. So now I really don't know where I'm going with this week's spread. So I had to do a lot of editing for this video because I spent a lot of time just sitting there looking at different things and not really doing anything, and I'm pretty sure you didn't want to watch me do that, so I edited quite a bit of that out. Here I'm just putting down the whole reinforcement washi, and I've had this wide washi for a while, but I don't use it much because it is a mustardy yellow color. But I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking spring already, maybe because it's in the 80s here. And yeah, so I went with it. And then here is a floral washi that I like a lot, and again, I don't use it often because it's yellow and it's just not one of the colors that I plan with that much. But again, I was feeling springy, so I went with it. And here I'm just trying to find a thin washi to coordinate with the two yellows, and just trying to find some other accent color that will work. And yeah, I did a lot of going back and forth with that. So I finally chose a pink thin washi, and I'm just adding a double border at the top of the spread. And here I'm just going to use the floral for the footer also. And I think it kind of tied everything in to use the floral, since both of those washis had a pretty striking pattern. And the pink skinny washi, super skinny washi, just didn't look right. So I went with the green because I kind of thought it brought out the color in the leaves on the floral washi, and it again gave it a fresh, springy look and feel to me anyway. So I'm just marking off my boxes for the week, and I use again the little fold technique to find the center of the boxes, and then once I find it on one sheet, I use that sheet as a guide to find the centers on the other sheet. And so there you have it. So now I was torn about using this day of the week washi, but it is so easy, I just couldn't resist going with that again. So here I am just cutting the days of the week up and laying those down for each day. And I was concerned a little bit because it's black and such nice colors, or such a nice color scheme. I wasn't sure how that black was going to look, but it turned out okay. And here's where I started just hemming and hawing and not being really sure about what I wanted to do. And at one point, I even lost one of the stamps I wanted to use. I dropped it on the floor, and me and my son were down on our hands and knees trying to find it, but we did. So yeah, I definitely need to get my small stamp storage solution in order and ready to go. I'm just showing you here that this set of stamps came pre-punched for a personal size 6-hole binder, 6-ring binder rather. And these are chalk inks that I've had for a while and never really used. I didn't really like them, but maybe I didn't know what I was doing back then, because I really like the way they apply onto the clear stamp and how they go onto the paper. So, and I'm just stamping these flags to write the dates in. And I'm trying to decide which green to use, because I wanted to stamp the checklist in the extra section, and I went with the lighter green, and I probably should have used a darker green, and I thought about restamping it, and I probably should have used my precision press for that, but I didn't. But it's just as well. I mean, it's stamped well enough for me to kind of use it as a guide anyway. And again, I'm just trying to make use of all these stamps now that I have them, and that's a barbell. So I'm using that to mark the days that I plan to go to the gym. And I've noticed with these teeny stamps, the teeny tiny stamps, you don't need to press down hard. I pressed down hard on Monday, and not as much pressure on Wednesday, and a very light touch on Friday, and you could actually on Friday see the actual barbells. So, and I have a lot of appointments this week, so I'm using the appointment stamp to go ahead and stamp appointment spaces on all those days. And I think I could really get into stamping for my planner layouts. It's really growing on me. And this is a little set of stamps that I purchased a while ago from Mama Leahy. I don't know. I'll link her shop below, her website below. I didn't stamp that planner girl that well, but you'll see how I'll go back and work on that. And here I'm just putting down a weekend sticker and just flipping through some of the stickers that I have from Etsy that I've had for a while, trying to get some use out of those. And just kind of doing a little decorating and using my flat space. And those owls I've had since I started planning, and I don't know, I just wanted to put one on this spread for some reason. And I'm just noting that I need to make a phone call on Monday. Laundry on Tuesday. Wash day on Monday. Shop till you drop on Saturday. Hopefully. And the little girl on Friday is for Ladies Night In. It's a live event that I watch on YouTube on Friday nights. And yeah. And here I'm just using this banner to mark where the ballet classes are throughout the week. And now I'm just going to start filling in all of those things that I just mentioned, basically. The appointments, drop-offs, ballet, all of that. And I hope to make 15 bean soup on Wednesday, noting that Wednesday is payday. Going ahead and filling in the numbers for the dates. Marking what time I had to babysit also. And I forgot to decorate the outside of the flap, so I'm just going in and adding a couple of pieces of washi there. Just checking my spread and adding more information. These are all things that have been on my mind, and I just wanted to go ahead and just list those down, and hopefully I can get those taken care of this week. Now I'm going to go in and color in the stamp that didn't stamp very well. So I spent quite a bit of time working on coloring her in. And I picked up, I have plenty of color pencils, but I picked up some Prismacolor color pencils for my son from Target on clearance a few days ago. And I had to ask him to borrow his brown color pencil so that I could color in her skin, because I was too lazy to fish mine out of the art supply box and he had his close at hand. So yes, I borrowed his color pencils to do her lips and her skin. And then I'm just darkening up the lines that didn't stamp very well, and I think she came out kind of cute. And just add little highlights to her shades and her do-rag. And I'm just punching the holes, getting it ready to put in my Michael's Recollections Black Patent A5 planner. And just giving it another once over. And then I decided that flap is blank, and I had so much fun coloring in the Planner Girl stamp that I said, well, let me stamp one of my Prima dolls on here. That way, if during the week, if I feel like I want to color some more, then I can use her. If not, then I can just write over her if I need that space for writing, either way. So, yeah, that's my spread. I'm kind of happy with the colors. They're a departure from what I would normally do. And here I'm just going back and chopping the corners. I forgot to do that. I don't know. I was all over the place with this spread, but I like it. It came out nice, and I guess that's what counts. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.